everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. The intro was not supposed to be like this. Okay. So let's get straight to the point. The thing is, I know this video's title you must have read. It's something else. It's not the intro video to this channel, and it was not supposed to be like this. But what happened is that, okay, give me a chance to explain. So, what happened was that I was making the intro video and I wanted to post it too, and I wanted to keep it as a premiere. But what happened was that the audio got corrupted, and after that, I never really got a chance to make one, and I was really waiting for the right moment, and I think it's not as of yet, but I'll do it very soon. I really want to do it with the bank, and yeah, we'll have a premiere for that as well. But for now, as you must have read the title, it's my message to class 10th students and as well as 12th. And because 10, why 10th? Because I was in 10th last year, so obviously a lot of things I know about that. So I really want to talk about those things, and this is my message. A lot of people were also messaging me about giving them tips for how I scored 100 in class 10th board exam, and I was the only one in my school. So that's why a lot of people were more intrigued for me to share. So thank you so much, first of all, for the appreciation. It's all because a lot of people wished for that. And I really wanted to talk about this. And before we begin the video, I really want to convey this. The first thing is that I actually have a natural command over the subject. So from the very beginning, I've had a good grip. But at the same time, if you don't, obviously, a lot of people would say that everyone cannot have a command over subject, right? So what you have to do is you'll have to practice. Refreshers I don't really recommend for English, because what happens is that grammar and a lot of different mistakes are there which go unnoticed. So this is not something that I would recommend. But if you still want to go with refresher, if there's a trusted one, or if your teachers are recommending you any, then please go with it. Best part is to solve many sample papers, as many as you possibly can. And other than that, it's all about grammar and how much you can do well in that. So what you can do for that is that for grammar you should always practice from different worksheets. There are a lot of MCQ quizzes online on different chapters, which is literature chapters and a lot of even grammar ones. So you can check them out, but always make sure it's your level. Like if you are a class 10 student, it should be for class 10. A lot of times it recommends you from different different grades also. I went to Hindi straightforward. So make sure of that. I think I'm tripping because it's my first video, but we'll get used to it. And yeah, very happy to be a part of YouTube family. And I'm even more happy because a lot of people are tuning in and never wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I'm not complaining. But I'm very happy that now I have, and I think we'll be great. Let's grow this journey together. Cheers to our first video, and even before the intro. And yeah, the need of the hour was that I really wanted to post a video for board exam students, a message for them. It's a heartfelt message, so do that. And that's why I did not post the intro. But I will post the intro and we'll post it with a bang. Also, I am designing the thumbnails. I have said this later in the video, but I am designing the thumbnails on my own. So let me know that how you're liking the thumbnails. I forgot to introduce myself, of course. Hi everyone, myself Sahaj Kaur Bhatia. I am a teen solopreneur, artist and author. I am filming this video on 20th February 2024. It's... wait, what's the date? I forgot what's the date today. But it's 20 February 2024, Tuesday. And I'm very happy to film my first YouTube video. The painting that you see behind, it's my largest painting. I'm an artist, author, and solopreneur, as in sole entrepreneur. And you'll get my Instagram links and handles in the bio. Bio? Sorry, not bio. What's called description. Yeah, I still getting the hang of YouTube. So this is something. This is completely unfiltered. I know you can tell already. There's no planning. There was no plan. This was a really unplanned video, but I thought why not to do this. Also, I am an author to a book called From Poems to Perspectives. So that's my first book. I wrote it at the age of 14. I'm 16 as of now. And you can grab that as well. It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, and Barnes & Nobles if you're someone outside of India. So if you're not residing in India, completely fine. It's now available in Barnes & Nobles too. And it's also available on kobo.com. You can check out my full name, Sehaj space Kaur space Bhatia on Google, and you'll get all the links. Kobo.com also has the audiobook and a lot of other features even, so you can check that out. And now straight to the video. Hey everyone, if you're someone preparing for board exams from tomorrow, first of all the best. And here's how you can prepare your stationery kit. So, a lot of people were asking me to put up videos regarding English, but that board exam still has time. So, I thought, why not to put up videos? First of all, wishing you all the best because it's started from tomorrow, and how to prepare the stationery kit. So, of course, the stationery kit has to be completely transparent. It has to be a transparent pouch or a transparent kit, that is a geometry box. And one thing that has to be really kept in mind, along with transparent pouch, that is kit, and transparent bottle, is that you are not allowed to carry a whitener to the center. So that is one thing to be kept in mind, and that's why the teachers all the year were always telling you to minimalize cutting. And the reason is just that you are not allowed to take whitener. Another thing is that you have to take the eraser also without the wrapper, because a lot of times people do write stuff in that which is considered cheating material, of course. So I remember when I was going for my first board exam, I had the eraser and they asked me to remove that. So you can take just the eraser, and you can take blue pens, black pens, if you want to use black pens, but the details have to be filled with one pen, that is blue pen. And rest you can see for the instructions, but you can take pen, pencil, scale, protector also if you want to take, and compass in case if you need it in maths. Why protector? Because even if you don't need it and your scale gets misplaced, you cannot borrow stationery at that time, so you can take protector for that. That works great. Another thing that has to be kept in mind is that what else? I'm trying to recall from my own experience. Yeah, so a lot of people were asking about bags also. One thing that has to be kept in mind while taking your bag there is that you have to leave it there itself. Like as you enter the center, there's like a bench, at least where I went. So last year when I gave my boards, I remember a lot of people actually took their bags, and I thought that would be a problem, but they were allowed to keep it. But in the examination hall, you definitely have to take only the transparent things, like the stationery kit, spectacles if you wear, of course, the bottle. And very important thing here is that whatever else you have to carry other than these things, that is your admit card, the roll number that you've been given. All the digits have to be very carefully filled in the OMR sheet. So take care of that. Uh, and the iCard, of course. I remember last time one of my own friends, she came to the center but she forgot to take the iCard. So that has to be kept in mind. Another important thing is to reach the center well in time. If you reach the center well in time, in case if you wish to use the washroom, you can. And you'll have to enter. After that, you cannot come out. So make sure that you reach well in time. You can see your room, which room number it is. List will be outside, so you'll have to check with your parents, or you'll have to check yourself that according to your roll number, you have to check all the digits, and you'll have to see that which room I have to sit. Okay, so that's an important point here. Other than that, talking about the actual question paper, so in case if you get stuck on any one question, it's very important to not waste much time on that, right? Because what happens is that when you waste too much time on one question, obviously the others would get affected. You should also be clear about whether you should start the paper from the beginning or the end. The main point is to always start the paper from wherever you are most confident from. Yesterday only I was giving one of my exams for class 11th annual examination, and what I found was that the starting section, which was statistics, and the rest was microeconomics, which was theory. So I have command over theory and linguistics. So for me, statistics and numericals are a bit on the tougher side. So I read the paper and I thought, wait, I'm not getting anything. So basically, that portion I later realized was just statistics. So that is why I was facing problem in a few questions. So I left that. I started with microeconomics. So always start with whatever boosts your confidence. Don't start with whatever you think would put you down, because this actually happens, and this is psychology. This actually happens that whenever you start your paper from whatever you're not confident in attempting, that will obviously get your morale down and everything, and you'll feel that, okay, I don't know the rest of the things as well. Well, otherwise, you might not be facing this problem if you start from whatever you think you are best at. So it's not that Okay, a lot of people do this, that they would mark out the questions which they know they are comfortable attempting, and they'll start from that. So that's also fine, but the problem there is that you have to be very sure of what questions you have left to be attempted at the last. Me personally, I never keep anything for last, because the thing is that, and if at all I'm keeping it, for example, I was attempting something in section B. So, for example, you have two sections A and B, and you are attempting section B first, and you are attempting that, and in between you see that question number, for example, 33 is left. This is again from my experience. So what you can do is that you can just mark that question and keep it for the later part of the paper, but not at the end. After you complete section B, before you move to section A, you can attempt that. So that's also one thing that can be done. Rest, it definitely depends on how you approach the paper. Ultimately, whoever is sitting there, the student who has to attempt the paper is the one who will actually decide how he has to attempt. But this is just my personal opinion, and I would advise to actually not go very like, don't make the situation complex for yourself, because what happens in that case is that everything that will happen to you in those 2-3 hours of you giving the paper would affect the paper. So this is something to be kept in mind. Rest of the things, board exams, if you are an Indian, you would know they are easy. But one thing that has to be kept in mind, that you cannot really say if any paper would come tough, any particular subject, and how difficult that would be. So last year when I gave the exams, which was 2022-23. So when I was giving my class 10 board exam, and because you're appearing in board exam for the first time, if you are a class 10 student, not 12th, in that case, you are also having this kind of fear that maybe like you've not given that exam before. So, and board exams are a little hype in India, I know that for a fact. Went through all that. But the thing is that board exams are easy, because you have to see it's not only you who's attempting the paper, it's also thousands of people who are maybe not as good as the subject as the person who's scoring the highest, right? So the government and all the schools, even the government schools, in case if they're like, the board exam is obviously for all of them, and it's common, and that's why it has to be easy. But you can't really say that which subjects would be very easy and which would be tough and which would be neutral. But overall, it's on the easier side. So last year when I was giving my exams, science and Hindi exams were difficult. And there's one thing that I noticed in this pattern. I did not see the exams that people had before that, like the question paper of boards. But the something that I have noticed is that they took, so for example, maths and science are considered tough, and English and Hindi, the linguistics, are considered easy. So they took one subject from each, like they took science and they took Hindi in my case, and they made that difficult. And maths and English exams were very, very easy. Now, English, you'll say that, okay, you scored 100 or whatever. I find English easy, but for me, maths is a big deal. So if I found even maths easy, so that means there was. Right. So it was an easy paper. So that's how they chose. But I'm not saying that this is how they choose always. So this is something to be kept in mind again. I don't know if this is the pattern. I would really like to see the question papers this time. But if you went through 10 years, you must have noticed some sort of pattern that they comply with. But nowadays, a lot of different schemes, a lot of different teachers are making the papers, so it can't really be said if they'll be following a particular pattern. But everything else that is in our hands, question paper is not in our hands until we are giving the paper. But everything else, for example, carrying the correct material, reaching on time, checking out your rooms, first of all, writing the roll numbers very, very carefully. And I hope internal markings were also taken care of, because literally seen people, and this is very painful. I saw that a lot of people, I gave my board exams last year, as I said, in class 10. A lot of people scored 100 in the subject, and they scored 1 or 2 marks less in internal, and that's why it was not 100% for the subject. It was 98 or 99, was somewhere there. So that's very heartbreaking, actually. Like, I didn't go through that. I got 100 in English, and I was the only one in my school to do so. Very happy. I think I'll be sharing stuff with that. So I was connected with the students of my school, the class 10th ones who are appearing for board exam this time, and I was guiding them throughout the year. We literally did Zoom sessions and everything. If you're one of them watching right now, just drop a comment. People would not believe this. But I literally read all my chapters again, And I was like, okay, we'll have a Zoom chat. And grammar topics, as you go higher, in the higher classes, grammar topics are not given much attention, and that's because they think you have been learning them already. So this is one thing. And yeah, that was a good experience overall. I would like to see the question papers this time, and I hope this time that more and more students score 100 in English. And English is all about, like, it's maths, it's practice. I have a natural command over the subject, and I think everyone has over something, but not everything comes to you naturally. Like numericals, maths, analytical things don't come to me naturally, and that's fine. But that uniqueness you'll have to keep aside in the exams, and you have to work hard on whatever obviously you are facing problem. So yeah, that's about it. And do well. I just sent a very lengthy voice note to all the students. I had a group with them, the class 10th ones, and my neighbor, she's also preparing for class 10. If you are one of them, please do well. I mean, everyone. Like, seriously. Sorry. I'm in class 11th, but I'm more excited for class 10 students. When I have exam coming up, mine are going, but I was concerned with making a video at least because I really, really wanted to do this, and yeah, I'm very happy. And talking about English, yeah, of course, word limit has to be taken care of. This is something I did not cover in the starting. That for the linguistics, English, Hindi, I know first board exam is of Hindi for 10th. I don't know about 12th. Please make sure that word limit is taken care of. You should not be penalized for word limit. And it's a petty thing, but this is something which may, it won't come to your mind. And these are few things which do not click you when you're giving the exam, but word limit is actually something which should. It's very, very important that a student is not penalized for word limit. And you have to check the weightage. Nowadays in unseen passages, even it's not only MCQs, there are 2 markers, there are 1 markers which are subjective. So make sure to check the weightage. No matter what you have to write, no matter how many points you have to write, just keep it concise to whatever the weightage is. And wherever you get confused, don't waste too much time over a question because obviously it would affect everything else as I said. And yeah, that's it. And I'm also excited anyway. I'm not giving any board exam. But I think I'm recording my own time. But yeah, that's about it. I hope the video was helpful. And I'm glad I actually took out time. I really wanted to make this. All the best if you're anyone preparing for board exams. Do well. Make sure to reach the center on time. Take whatever you need to. And we'll see you after the board exams with some video. I think I've not even posted intro on YouTube. But if this is going on YouTube, cheers to our first video. My god. Cheers to our first video. And yeah, let me also know how you're liking the thumbnails. I'm designing them myself. Okay. And yeah, that's about it. All the very best and do well.